Okay, so like I said, the cars rule, but me, I am on a mission to be a liberator. I am not trespassing. I am liberating. And it turns out the owl, now that we know the owl was one of our symbols, it does not belong to the Freemasons, as most of this fucking shit does not belong to them. The owl was one of our symbols. Can I get out of here? Yee, looks like I can. Okay. Now remember, whenever you're taking in a new territory, which to me this area is totally brand new, don't go down an alley unless you see an exit point. I mean, maybe you can jump a fence. I can't. I can't climb through a fence. I promise you that. But see, even here we got cameras. Old tech. We got, it looks like an owl. So the owl is actually a symbol of Tartarian, not Freemasonry. Who knew? Once again, everything's hidden in plain sight. AT&T. You got all this stuff. But I've walked enough streets throughout America, and I'm sure the same thing in India, Brazil, Congo, Zimbabwe, anywhere I go, South Africa. I've been to South Africa, even Mozambique. You talk about hard life. Go to Mozambique. There's your hanging gardens of Babylon. So, yeah. So when you walk, if you're going to walk places and talk shit, make sure you got a way out. Don't let the Red Cross get you. Because those Knight Templars, they think they own us non-Masons. But I say we non-Masons own we non-Masons. So how do you take back a world when everybody works for the enemy? Well, I don't think everybody does. And what I said they were doing in Las Vegas, they're probably doing here. They're killing the worst of them, or whatever they can get a hold of, and replacing them with their ID. So if you're a Freemason, slave, of course, Freemasons are all slaves. They support the lie. Hollywood is where the lies are made, and now Bollywood and China. Of course, I think China owns California, so China probably owns fucking this joint. I hear one. Hear him. There he is. Old school, big boy. I ain't breaking no laws. I'm just walking. But if you were going to take back your countries, be it California, Texas, Nebraska, Wisconsin, you get rid of the Freemason judge, you put your face on their face, and you pretend. You become an actor yourself. I mean, I don't think we have any other options at this point than to, take back our world. We built this, okay? The Society of Non-Mason, not the Freemason. We built that. See the spiral? Boom, what he said. Let's get back to the spiral. I don't know how Rodney... Oh, not him, Rodney. But you got all these stars, and basically these are pentagrams saying this slave died for the cause. See, that's the sad fact about slavery. You look at your movie stars, you look at your sports stars, you look at your rich, but they're slaves. They're not allowed to help the poor. Think about that. Even Trump, a billionaire, can't build no shelters for Americans. He's a slave. But who controls, hey, my star, I'm a blank. What was that TV show? Max Headroom. Blanks are beautiful, baby. Blanks are beautiful. And here's another blank. Be a blank. Alrighty. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is. Hollywood. See, I told you I was here. And look at all that shit on the mountain. So let's say we're not fighting in flesh and blood and bone, and that everyone is flesh, blood, and bones, even those we're calling GOLEM right now. I know I say they can get replaced by GOLEM in the spirit world. I know what I say as the oracle for the end of an age connected to the source of all creation, and I know you keep thinking the Christ child's going to just jump out of me one day and save us all. But in truth, in life, we must help one another. The Bible says we are saved by faith in one another, not by these laws we do not agree with. Now, if we do not agree with laws, why do we make laws to throw us away? You know, we could fix up anything. You could put homeless in here. Why not? It's a nice old building. Nothing wrong with it. Man, this is a long light. Yeah, here we go. And there's a crow. Crow, 777. I'm here in Hollywood with the hollow people. I guess I'm a hologram too. So, the cars do not make walkers. Okay, now we do get on the bus, but this is prime time. Do you see 14 million people? I do not see 14 million people in this location. So everything's a lie. And what's the lie? We can't take care of one another. Hey, Star Trek. Remember her? Star Trek. Mud floods. Now, see, mud floods right to that level? That's as high as you got to go. You put a mud flood that high, we're all dead. And then they just pick us up in street sweepers. Turn us into alt meat. And this is how you flood a city. These things. This is how you make your mud floods in the cities. You turn on every fucking pump and you flood the city out. And you say, oh, it was a rainstorm. Nope. They just opened all the floodgates and buried you. And that's why these are built like this. So they'll survive the mud floods. And then they can drain the mud floods. And they do it over and over. And while you're out here drowning, they built giant structures like this so you can't get in there and stay alive. Of course, the mud's going to go through this too. But if you're up there, you're safe, right? If you're allowed to live, if you're going to lie, if you're going to talk about fake space, fake DNA, fake nuclear weapons, when we know it's just hydrogen and oxygen, and then you put them into liquid form. I mean, you put that stuff into a liquid form, and of course I don't know, I guess those are radio waves to turn on the lamp. It's a strange little device. I haven't seen those anywhere else yet. So to me, that's a new device, the antenna, but we know what the lights do. This is old school Hollywood. This is where it all started. This is where your 1940s. I think if you were really rich, probably in the 1930s, people had TV sets. But to create mud floods, look for these. They're everywhere. This is how they do the mud flood. They fucking take all those motherfuckers off. They turn them all on at the same time. Your children, your children's children, your grandmas, your granddads. Mason or not. See, I think the internationalists have just used the Freemason to make them think they got something they don't. And when they're tired of whatever they're doing here, there's your Jade Helm 15, your black and whites, your zebras. Okay, I'm by Capitol Records. I've been here before. But now think about this. You turn all these on. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's a mud flood device. You want to flood a city out? These are everywhere in the world. Okay? 200 years ago, they just flooded us, let us die, stole our children, raised our children on TV, and told us we live in space. But that building there, that's old. All you do is replace the windows. You can use hydrogen bombs. You can use wind weapons. Stack and pack. They implode it, they build another one. Stuff like that, though, is made to last. That's true masonry. And all this stuff, you just wash it off. But you don't need cages. There are no violent people here. But it's interesting that you have a mixture of the old and the new. And see, this place got a bunch of security. And he got a bunch of security. I'm going straight so I don't get run over. Side drive people crazy. He's just trying to get out. So, this is for them. Okay. And I'm trying to go that way. They're more concerned about people leaving than coming in. That's kind of weird. But you see that old building there? Okay, I can go. I can't go. I don't know what he's waiting on. So he got one of them fake license plates. Fake license plates. Be aware of them. See, but this was pre-mud flood. This is before they flooded the city. And then you just wash away the mud, put in new glass. This will last for 10,000 years. It will be here forever. What blows my mind, though, is this is old. Okay, the Edison is forced technology. It is high voltage. It is not Nikola Tesla. But they're all just stories. That's a lot of... Are those cameras? Man, I can't tell you what this place is. Because I don't think anyone makes music anymore. They don't even work. I love this one. That's what you do. You turn off the cameras. You replace the evil people with your people. And you just keep things going like normal. So if you want to know how we save the world, this is my best thought as the commander. You must kill those who you know are evil. You must put your face on their ID. No, we do not kill children, but you will teach their children to either work with us or be sent to a slave camp. Yeah, wish I was here too. But, we got the old hills, and I guess they're pushing me towards this building. I don't know what this building is. Looks like a courthouse. It's got a flag on it. I guess I'm in Motown. Once again, overkill on security, okay? What are these people so afraid of that they have to have overkill on security? Surely we homeless ain't got no fucking weapons. And if we did, you got better guns than us. See, once again, why would you even care to break into there? Miley Cyrus does not live here. Taylor Swift does not live here. Kanye West does not live here. You don't need the security. And see, where you'd want security, there is none. So they're so worried about security, they don't protect the tech. I have no idea what this building is. Hopefully I'll get a name for it. I don't know, maybe it's a nameless building. It's hidden behind the big bush. Do you know what that building is? Do you know what that building is?
It's the AMDA Art School.
Oh, okay, thank you. So that's an art school from like 1700, before the mud flood. And then you have the mud flood, you make the TV shows, and you tell us we're living in the 21st century when we're living in the year 8001 of the timeline. Art is an illusion. Never forget that. Art is an illusion. But, yeah, there's your crystal skull. So I'm just kind of like, not trying to cause problems. I do not film security because security are good people and we love our yellow vests. This guy's not worried about it. So, I have to shut you down though. Too much time on this one. So I don't think they're going to delete your YouTube channels because you're nothing. But one more time, last time I'm going to say this for this video. You want to create a mud flood. You want to kill all the people in the city. You open all these up and you let the mud and the muck go 5 feet high. We're locked out. They take our children and raise them as their own. Never forget that.